Hi guys, Marshall here with this week's Sanity Check. This week, let's go with it this way. Reaction. Are you reactionary? Do you wait for things to happen before you act? Do you wait for people to choose you? Do you wait for things to change before you take action? Do you wait to feel a certain way before you do a thing? That's reaction. And that's living in a reactionary state, and it is a state of powerlessness. This is a place where you will never find happiness. You'll find the comfort zone, but you will not find satisfaction in your life. But instead, you're going to find yourself frustrated, stuck, and in the same place perpetually for the rest of your existence. Now, I work dominantly with people that deal with codependency. And codependency is a reactionary state. It's a reaction to love neglect. Now, healing codependency, healing procrastination, healing reactivity requires us to get into a relationship with consequence. We have to change that relationship to rejection, to the outcome, to uncertainty, and to anxiety. And that allows us to begin to entertain the more positive and powerful aspect of being curious. See, it says why law 2 of the 10 laws is being curious, because without that law, your power, your autonomy, your ownership that you learn with law 1, living your power, become really narrow and stuck because we're living in a mindset of reactionary responses to life. We get out of reaction, we get into what's called proactive action. Then we can start doing things. We can start exploring things. We can start changing our lives. That requires us to acknowledge that we're procrastinating, we're avoiding, we've got anxiety, we're unsure, we're trying to control the outcome. All of those are reactionary, or symptoms of that reactionary mindset. So this week, I want you to take a moment and see, where on earth are you being reactive? Is it in your relationships? Is it in your career? Is it in your dreams? And where can you then employ proactive action? Now, proactive action means, hey, I'm going to do something towards it right now without it giving me permission to do the thing. In other words, like if I were going to go out, if I ran into a gal I wanted to date, I'm not going to wait for her to ask me out. I'm going to be proactive, and I'm going to get to know her. I'm going to reach out to her, see if I get to know her, what it's like, yada, yada, yada. Proactive action is a display of our confidence. It's a willingness for us to face the uncertainty of the future, embrace the consequence, consume the fear that might be there, and then act anyway. Because that's how it's going to change. If we sit around and wait for things to happen, we're going to waste our lives. The world, life itself, is very proactive. I mean, the seed breaches its own shell and reaches upward. It's proactive. It's not waiting for the sun to show up. It's going to breach the surface of the soil, expecting there to be a sun, and then it's going to find it. I mean, that's why you see plants do weird things, and like trees grow certain ways and stuff like that. It's because they're seeking the sun. They're being proactive about their need. Where are you being reactive? Where are you waiting for somebody to show up for you? Where are you waiting for someone to reach your need? Where do you need to start asking for what you want and start reaching out for your dreams? That's what I want you to check in with this week's Sanity Check. Become proactive. Change your life. Thank you, guys. If you have questions about this, just reach out. If you're ready to break through codependency and start thriving beyond it, just click the link below with the foundation course. Get your blueprint if you're curious about what that looks like, and join me for next week. This week's Sanity Check will resume. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.